Welcome to TRS Clips. Just know we've built this channel so that you binge watch the entire podcast through the highlights of different episodes. Like this video, but first, enjoy it. How did he beat the Adil Shah Empire finally? Just like this, through slicing
Adil
out
Shahi
pieces?
Empire killed itself because the Adil Shahs died very fast, Ibrahim Adil Shah, then Ali Adil Shah. Adil Shah, Ibrahim Adil Shah did not have children. Okay.
Huh.
He adopted Ali. Okay. It became Ali Adil Shah. So, and he had a mother called Badi Sahiba, Ibrahim Adil Shah's wife. So, this Badi Sahiba and Ali Adil Shah were mother and son, very lovable. They were two together, very sweet relationship they had, mother and, though he was adopted.
Yeah.
What did Aurangzeb do when he was a prince in Aurangabad? He started writing nasty letters to Badi Sahiba. What he said, adopting a child is against Islam. And you have adopted a bastard whose child we do not know. So he is not the legitimate king. So you give me back your kingdom or I'll attack and kill you. He started bothering her. But this Ali Adil Shah also died quickly. And then his 4-year-old boy, Sikandar, came on the throne. And then there was a big politics. So he was just a de facto, he's just a puppet, that small boy. And the Pathans, Pashtuns, and Dakkani Muslims, and the Marathas, and all these started fighting for power. And the African Abyssinians.
What is Abyssinia?
Abyssinia is the old name of Africa.
Okay.
So the people who hailed from there, including Siddhis, are known as Abyssinians.
This must have been like Somalia, Ethiopia.
Yeah, so this
Eastern
side of eastern part of Africa, because easier to come, no? So these Sardars started fighting for power. And in that fight, Adil Shah is, so it is like hard and soft and hard and soft. And when Shivrai was there, actually, the Mughal empire also has become a soft force. Because their Mansabdars became so lazy that in one of the fights, one of the Mansabdars disappeared in rainy season with 400 dancing girls in the mountains of Deccan. And their Mansabdars became so lazy that they would sleep on the bed in the night. And then 4 people will take them if they wanted to change from one camp to other camp, he will be sleeping in that luxurious bed and 4 people will carry him. And then they had their concubines and their artisans and their dancers and their other women, everything in the camp. So they also became kind of a soft force, But how Shivrai defeated is actually what blew Adil Shahi apart is that the invasion of the Adil Shah, Afzal Khan's attack on Shivrai. So that was the turning point against Adil Shahi. But that's a long story.
In short, what happened?
So when Afzal Khan came to, he wanted to, he got 10,000 cavalry force and some other 20,000 joined him as foot soldiers. They came from Bijapur towards Pune. Then, by then, More's Jauli Valley had been acquired. Pratapgarh was built because Moropan Pingle was also an architect. He helped Shivrai to build Pratapgarh on the periphery of the Jauli Valley. Konkan was near to him now. Konkan was in his grasp because Jauli Valley was with Shivrai now. His force was increasing. And Afzal Khan was double whammy for Afzal Khan. He hated Shahaji Raje. He also hated Shivrai for taking value of Jauli because he was erstwhile Subedar of Vai, where Jauli Valley fell into that territory.
What was happening to Shahaji Raje at this time? He was just left.
Was there in Bangalore.
He was still conquering things?
Yeah, he was conquering, fighting for Adil Shahi.
Okay.
So all this was happening when Afzal Khan came. What did Shivrai do? His wife Sai Bai was very ill that time. So he said bye-bye to her, and of course I have made it little juicy in my, like, little emotional
Hmm.
to add on. So he goes goes and hides in Pratapgarh, and he wants Afzal Khan to come to because you can see Koyna River from the Pratapgarh fort, like a small river. It's a big river, but you can see a small stream from that height. So he wanted Afzal Khan. Afzal Khan has packed into Y with all these forces. So he wants him to come to the Valley of Jauli and meet. That's all a trap, no? Once he comes to Valley of Jauli, his forces are useless.
Hmm.
The ship stuck in sand. So with lot of diplomacy, which goes on to and forth, and then the discussions and the meetings, Afzal Khan lands with half his military on the banks of Koyna River. And then when they meet at the Shamiana, which is made majestically beautiful by Shivrai to honor Afzal Khan, he kills Afzal Khan there. But Afzal Khan tries to hold him and kill him in his grip, because he has killed one Hindu king before in the meeting. And then the story is famous. Shivrai kills him with his
Bear claws.
Tiger
claws.
Tiger claws.
This is the story that I think is one of the most mainstream stories about Shivrai.
One of them. But this is not his vision. What I mean, what happens, we get lost in these stories and we don't know his vision.
Okay.
What was his vision?
This incident had actually happened though.
This has happened.
Where there was a weapon called a tiger claw, which you can hide. It's a stealth weapon.
Yes.
So when Afzal Khan goes to hug him and crush him through his hug, Shivrai pulls out his intestines. That's what I have understood about it.
Yes.
Okay. Have you ever seen a version of that weapon?
Yes.
Do you think that it looks like it could kill?
Yes.
Because when I had seen a version of it in, I think, the Mumbai Museum, I couldn't understand how it could kill another human being. Maybe cause a lot of damage for sure.
Yeah, damage. Actually, he was beheaded afterwards, but first damage was done here just to loosen his grip. The first time in life, after Afzal Khan and his army was demolished, first time in life, Shivrai and his Sena, his army, went to Y, massacred remaining part of the Afzal Khan's army, and they went and they invaded Adil Shahi, and they took over Panhala fort. So first, and many other forts around that, Vishalgarh, Panhala, which belonged to Adil Shahi. So first time ever in history, a native person, son of the soil, took over Adil Shahi territory.
So effectively, how much territory did he have in Maharashtra?
Effectively, not much. He had Pune, 1,000 villages around it, few of the forts, and Valley of Jauli, and some parts of Konkan.
And the rest of Maharashtra was with?
No, that was like, for example, Vidarbha and that side, Aurangabad, and that was with the Mughal. And from Nasik onwards, that was with the Mughal. And this side, eastern Maharashtra, was with the Adil Shahi.
Okay. What happened next?
Now what happened? So when this Shivrai, when he took over Adil Shahi forts, the news reached Aurangzeb. He was very upset. So, there are two things. Aurangzeb was very clear. He believed in Dar al-Islam. Dar ul-Islam means the kingdom of Islam. I am not talking about Muslims anything, okay? It is his way of thinking, Aurangzeb's. I have nothing to say. And the belief in that Dar al-Islam is the remaining territory, which is not under a Muslim king, is known as Dar al-Harb, Harb, Harb. That means that's not the territory, it's a battleground. Any territory which is not under an Islamic king is a battleground. Then when he saw he wanted the entire India as Dar al-Islam. Full territory should not be Dar al-Harb. No non-believer should rule. And Shivaji was coming up. So this hit him very hard, Aurangzeb. Then his people, his previous people who were Subedars of Deccan couldn't do much. I told you, one of the Subedars went with 400 women and hid. They couldn't stand this Maratha onslaught. So he sent, the first person he sent was Shaiste Khan. Shaiste Khan was his own mama.
Is this where the Mughals enter the story?
Yes.
Okay, hold on. And parallelly, the Adil Shahi Empire is still there.
Is there. Adil Shahi's empire is still there.
Okay.
And they are not very strong now. Afzal Khan's death caught the attention of entire India, including the British.
How did word spread back then?
By correspondence.
Okay. Cool.
By correspondence. And then there are British correspondence in that they are also shocked how Afzal Khan died. Because everybody was sure of
British.
The British were there. British correspondence. There is a book on British correspondence, 200 pages.
Okay. And so they started a trade in India by this point.
They were very apolitical, you see. Very apolitical. We are not in politics. We are not here to play politics. So that was a lie, actually. You see? We are not here to play politics.
Well,
apolitical British.
Yeah. Indian history can, give a tough competition to Game of Thrones. That's all I'll say.
Of course. Actually, I on my Amazon, or it is Goodreads. Somebody has said reading Frontiers was like Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Watching.
Yeah. Just listening to these two episodes has been a Game of Thronesy experience. Ma'am, thank you for 2 fantastic episodes.
Yeah, but ours is even better history than Game of Thrones because that is fiction.
And it's also
hard.
It's more emotional, more violent.
Yeah, it's our history, yours and mine.
And if you actually look at the 3 lakh years of the human story, 500 years is not that long ago.
No.
300 years is not that long ago.
No.
These things just happened in the human story.
Yes.
So Game of Thrones is real. That's all I'll say.
Yes.
Thank you for watching. Our team spends a lot of time curating playlists just for you. So make sure you check out all the playlists that we've created on TRS Clips if you want to speed up your learning process.